Okay, awesome. All right. Good night, everybody, again. There's just a few of us tonight. It usually starts out like this, but then, yeah. But I want to start because I have a lot to unpack. And I wish more persons were here because I kind of wanted to touch on the challenge first. Like, explain the challenge a little bit more in depth. See, every time as I start talking, people start coming in. Right. So I wanted to touch on the challenge just a little bit more and then kind of go into the presentation. But since not that many persons are here now, I think I'm going to talk about the challenge after. Hi Abby. So, all right. So tonight we're going to talk about how to drive sales to our online businesses, right? And I think everybody in here either has an online business already, like we all have striving businesses already, or we're going to start business. And tonight I'm going to be zooming in on what they call a sales funnel, or some people refer to it as like the customer journey. Sales funnel, sorry, is just a fancy marketing word for the journey that your customers or your potential customers go through from prospect to when they purchase. And it can have several steps, but it varies from business to business. So, nails by shares, customer journey would look different from my customer journey, or persons in the beauty industry, then their customer journey or their little funnel would look different from somebody who is in fashion or somebody who sells something else. It all varies on your business sales model, right? Or even Shamara, who dances, like the services that she offers, her customer journey might look just a little bit different from mine, right? So, guys, before I go into this, I posted earlier in the group that it's not the amount of years, and if you see me looking down, it's because I don't want to forget anything. I made notes. But it's not about the years you've been in business, it's the amount of sales that you make that count, right? So me, I do this long time, like over a decade. Yes, it matters when you look at experience, but if I have all this experience and I can't sell, it don't make any sense, right? And so it's very important for us to know the different stages in our customer's journey, because you have to take all of that into account when you're running ads, right? Now I have a question. I know in the group, Abby said that ads were great for her business. I don't know if there's anybody else in here currently who uses ads. And this meeting is gonna be a little bit more interactive, guys. Tonight, I don't want it to feel like me I talk to myself. So I want it to be a little bit more interactive. Like, how many persons in here currently run ads, or you maybe have run ads before? I want you guys to talk a little bit about what works for you. And I'm gonna kind of share a little bit about what my experience has been after. So Abby, in the group you had said that it works amazing for your business. How do you run ads? Do you run it through Facebook, or do you run it through Instagram? Like, you boost the post on Instagram.
So good night, everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night, everyone. So I use Instagram ads. I don't run it through Facebook, but I don't know if I should say that because it's also connected. Because you have to have a Facebook account linked, or else you can't run ads. I don't know if that's just me, but that's how I noticed that it is. But I run it through Instagram, not Facebook. Mm-hmm. And it has been very effective for me from the starting of my business until now. Persons always ask me how I built my clientele and how I get that booking always, and I tell them it was just from ads. I didn't know any other way. to push out, and I'm a very, I would say, extrovert, because I will talk to strangers on the road too. So it's not just using the Instagram ads. I'll talk to strangers on the road, tell them about my business, give them my card, show them my page. From I tell them about one father eyelash, me I talk to them about the next one. Right? And one girl will be like, so you never tell me about it? I'm never saying an eyelash moment. She must see someone else she like it, so she may tell. Right? So the ads really work out good for me. It helped me build my clientele. It gave me bookings. It gave me students. It was one of the main reasons my classes was sold out for 1 year straight consecutively. It didn't miss. So I would always use the ads and always recommend it for persons who are trying to build themselves and get new clients. When things slow, that's all my thing for them. Run an ad, and it definitely works.
All right, so I have more specific questions about like how you run the ad. So
Sure.
do you run it, like how long you generally run an ad for? And generally, if you don't mind sharing, what is your budget like, and do you do the automatic, like you set it to automatic, or you tailor your the persons you're targeting?
All right, so it all depends on the ad that I'm running. If I'm running an ad promoting a class, I would spend about $40 going to $50
For how long?
for about 6 days. I try to stretch it for a week, the most, right? That's what I would do when it comes to the classes, right? If I just did a set and I'm in love with it, and want to send it out so that some persons can see it and be fascinated by it and decide for book, we'll go like 3 days. And when I got 3 days, I will go like $18. I don't want to put too little bit, because I want it to go enough, and the interactions that come through on the page, and them time the views go up, so them time I post things that will be intriguing, so the new people them will just come across, which basically turn into prospective clients at the end of the day.
Okay.
All right, automatic, or I create my own target audience with what I want the person's interested in. Right? So I noticed there is a thing here where persons are interested in things beauty, so the hair, the nails, the lashes, and stuff like that. So that's where I focus my target audience on when I am trying to grab in clients to book appointments, differently from when I'm trying to gain students. Sometimes I will play around with the automatic to see what will come through, but it's not an all the time thing, because I create my own depending on the content that I'm pushing out.
Okay, and what about location? Do you change up when you create it, you target people in specific locations, because you're service based and you're located in Mandeville? So do you tend to target, like, in terms of geography, like persons in and around Mandeville, like so like the surrounding parishes, or you just push it out to everybody in Jamaica? How you do it?
I pushed it to persons here in Mandeville.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what I do. In and around our radius is what I put it as regards to location. When I'm doing the classes, depending on where I'm hosting the class, I will set it for that particular area.
Okay, awesome. So there you have it, guys. That's how it works for her. And Abby, I'm telling you, you see, after tonight, if you think we are doing work, wait until we finish tonight.
All right.
You're not gonna have on our people for the lash, because if that is working for you already, like if you do it how the experts say, and I've done it, and I like to talk, like I have a lot of friends who are in fashion. Maybe they're not designers, but they probably own other businesses. I love to talk to them. We love to talk to each other and share what's working and what's not working as it relates to like our efforts in our business. And trust me, I have learned so much. And guys, I'm not around for pay people for teach me about things, and I will just go down rabbit holes when I want to learn about something. And you see, the whole of last year into this year, ads. I've just been researching ads. So you see that challenge year we're gonna do, I'm just so excited, because if it's working for you already, it's gonna work now. So, all right. Now, guys, you see how, and I hope what Abby shared a while ago just offers a lot of insights. And I hope it also shows you that you don't need a big budget for ads to be effective. You really don't need a big budget. If you do, that's great, but you don't. You really don't need a big budget to the ads. So bear that in mind from now. Nobody feel like, oh, everybody where you see around ads are some whole heap of money they must spend. I do have colleagues that spend like a lot. Like I have friends who are spending $300 for 6 days, like $300 for 6 days for ads, and it worked for them. Sometimes it don't work either, but here you have Abby that just shared. She'll do $40 over a period of 6 days, and it yields great results. Now, guys, all of us need to be striving to monetize our business. We need to be monetizing our business. And when you get to a point where your business is monetized, like you don't even have to do much. Like you can just have a strategy that works. And I think the challenge, as I said, that we're going to do is going to help us to do that. It's going to help us to have a strategy that works, and all we have to do is just feed into it and sustain it, and the money just going to come in. Now, most of us currently, we're just making a sale. We're not when we reach the stage where our business monetize it. And when I say we're just making a sale, I mean that we don't really have processes that are kind of repeatable, or sales are just occasional, right? They're just occasional, like probably we have a customer, we might tell a customer about we, and somebody just order, or we're not really, it doesn't happen frequently enough. Like you're not sure if you might make a sale today, but you're not sure if tomorrow you're gonna make a sale, or you get a booking today, you're not sure if tomorrow you're gonna get a booking. It's like you're just waiting on good fortune for a sale to happen. And really and truly, we need to be striving for more than that. We need to ensure that we're doing things to get us repeatable sales, right? We need, and to monetize, we need funnels, right? And that's like a specific customer journey that will bring our customers through. And we need to be able to meet our clients where they are in our journey. And the tools like Facebook ads, not everybody has websites, but like your Instagram business page, all of those things can help us to do that. Now, you need to consider, hold on, let me let this person in. So you need to consider 3 things, like when you're thinking to monetize, like you're thinking to market in a way that will monetize your business. You need to think about your traffic, you need to think about how you're gonna attract, and you need to think about your conversion. Now, as it relates to traffic, this just means that you're able to get steady traffic onto your page. If you're like me and you have a website, or I have steady people going to my website. Like people are always going on the website, people are always coming on my page, and ads is an amazing way to do this, right? In terms of attraction, you have to have the right content that speaks to where your customer is in their journey. I'm going to talk about the customer journey in a little bit. And then conversion, now you have to have the right systems in place to make the repeated sales, or even to get the person to buy, right? Or ensure that when the person is finally buying from you, you have a nice solid system in place. So you see, guys, even when we get to the challenge, there are some of you who you might have to fix up your business processes, fix up all your little things before you even consider doing the challenge, because it's not going to make any sense, right? So we'll talk about the attraction a while ago. You see, content, guys, content is very, 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 very important. And I know a lot of persons are new to the group, but earlier we had done a session on finding your target audience or your ideal customer, and that is very, 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 very important. And not everybody our client. It's not everybody our client. You see, as much as Cher do nails, Shamara is a choreographer and a dancer and she also teaches. Abby's in customer service. I call in Stacy and Abby, that's her nickname. Or Abby she is a beauty specialist, she does lashes, facials, and all of those things. It's not everybody is our customer, not everybody is my customer. And you see, when you know exactly who your customer is, you're better able to create content that will appeal to your ideal customer. Yes, everybody do lashes, but not everybody you want to come lay down on your lash bed. Yes, everybody want to get their nails done, but it's not every customer is you want to be in front of you. You have to define in detail who your target audience is, because the truth is, guys, is that marketing starts with your customers. Every marketing strategy that you come up with, every campaign that you're coming up with, you're doing it with them in mind, with your customer base in mind. Sorry. So some of the questions you need to ask yourself when you're coming up with your marketing strategies is, and this would come from, again, it leads back to your target audience, is who are the customers that I want to be using my product? What do these type of people value? So just to expound a little bit, I one of the values that I have, that my ideal customer would have, is she values showing up somewhere and she's the hottest girl in the room, or she's the most classy looking girl in the room, or depending on where she's going, she's the person that stands out most in the room. That is what my customer values, right? And you have to know what your customer value. What do they feel? What other products are they currently using? You have to think about all of these things, because sometimes when we're getting creative with our marketing efforts, let's say you're going to do a little reel, right? And you try to appeal to your type of customer. Maybe your customer is a luxury girl. Like, let's say my clients value other luxury items, like they purchase luxury items, so they might use let me just use on, like, say so they're a luxury girl and they love luxury fashion items, so maybe they will accessorize with like a Chanel bag or a Louis bag or a Fendi bag. If I'm running an ad and that's my type of customer values those type of things, let's say I'm doing a reel where I'm advertising my product, maybe I can style the outfit with a Fendi bag or a Chanel bag, and that's gonna appeal to my customer, to my ideal client. And I hope I'm making sense. So you have to think about the other products that your customers are using, or other products that they find valuable, right? And you have to also think, when you're reaching out to people, what will it take to sign your ideal customer? Like, how are you gonna get them to be a paying customer, right? Now, you have to think about all of that when you're building up. That's the first thing you need to think about when you're trying to build up an audience that's going to convert into your clients. You have to know your customers, and you have to know where they are in the customer journey. If you see me looking down, it's because I don't want to forget anything, guys. So your customers are on a journey, right? And how you greet them initially, like when they're ready to make the purchase, or even how you greet them through your content when they're just meeting you, it makes a world of a difference. So you have to create strategies based on where they are. So you're gonna have clients who don't know nothing about your brand at all, so probably you run an ad, or a customer that you have tell them about, introduce them to you. So, or you have, let me not go there, you have people who nobody never introduced them to the brand, they just, you pop up on them feed, on the explore page, or in an ad, right? How you market to that customer who is just getting introduced to your brand is going to be different from a customer who probably, for example, opted into my email list, or they've been following me for a little while but they haven't purchased it. And how you market to the person who may be following you for a while but they don't buy it, it's going to be different from how you market to your clients who have already opted into your service or purchased from you. So you have to create strategies for where they are in the journey. So people who just getting to know you, people who probably just, like, yeah, date them for a little while, but them not buying nothing from you yet, and then your customers who have already purchased. So you have to have 3 different types of strategies to meet the customers where they are on the journey. So when you create your content, guys, we have to get out of this thing where it's just hard selling. And like I said, for each industry or each business type, how the type of content, or rather your customer journey, it will look different. It will vary, right, among us all of us are not going to look the same, because the truth is, for example, someone who does nails or someone who does lashes, for me, if I'm looking for a lash tech, or I come up on a lash tech's page from an ad, I'm gonna follow her because the lashes look damn good. And with services like those where they're constantly showing their work that they've done on customers, it's a lot easier. Like I don't think, and this is me, I'm speaking from a consumer, as a consumer, it's easier for me to tap into a service like that, like nails or getting my lashes done, because through their content, like when they post nice, clean, high quality photos of their work, when you see that, it's like, wow, it's not gonna be long after for me to book. What's gonna happen for me to book is that the need would just arise. And I don't want to get too deep into the ads yet, but for example, to convert for somebody like Cher or Abby, right? How I would tailor my ads, just to give you an example, right? Because for them, they'd have persons who just meeting them, and then you have same thing. Everybody have them, the prospects in those three areas. It's just how you do the content going differ, right? So if I'm running an ad, if I was a lash tech or a nail tech and I was running an ad, how I would do it on Facebook, where I can get very specific. And let's say, for example, Abby or Cher, say Valentine's Day come up, or Facebook is so specific that you can go as deep as targeting people who wedding anniversaries will come up. Because remember, say how Facebook set up, people plug all them information there in. So you can go in and target people whose wedding anniversary is coming up. You can probably target people who recently got engaged or something like that, because so them weddings soon come. But for example, the other day was Valentine's Day. So V-Day, Valentine's Day coming up. Or you can target people who have a birthday coming up in the next week. You can get that specific, guys, when you're running ads, right? So Valentine's Day come up, you run an ad probably a week or 2 weeks before to say, hey, how are you going to show up for your born V-Day? Come get your lashes done, or whatever the copy may be. That sounds lame, but you want to get the idea. And you're gonna target specific people. So like if my birthday soon come, probably I've been seeing Abby's ad over time, so I'm familiar with the brand, right? I may have followed her, and I've seen her ads all the time. And then me see one ad come up 1 week before my birthday. That's a great way to convert somebody. The chances are higher of me booking, because I have a special event coming up. So guys, when you're running ads, that's how deep you have to think, and that's how you have to strategize. So that's kind of deeper than where I'm at now, but I just wanted to give you guys an example. Let me take Christina, you can go ahead. We can ask a question quickly.
Did you say that Instagram allows you to be that specific as
No,
well, or was it just
Facebook? Facebook. And I'm gonna go deeper into that. It's Facebook.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So for a customer, for example, so the different strategies, these are just examples. So for a customer who has no introduction to the brand, like them just know about you, right? You would need to run probably like an introduction campaign. So the thing that the challenge that I did the other day, where I told you guys to introduce yourself and probably talk a little bit about your brand and your passion and yourself, something like that would be ideal for people who are new to the brand, or something that, like a piece of content that is introductory, like telling them about you, your brand, or For this, outside of ads, you have to ensure that your bio is very clear. And guys, so when you have a strong bio, it can make the world of a difference. Like when people come on your page, you see them couple of seconds where them look on your bio, it is supposed to be crafted in such a way where them just understand everything that you're about. And it is possible, right? Now, for persons who are familiar with you, they may be following you, them comment on your stuff, them like your stuff, but them probably never purchase or book a service with you yet. I have an email list, so I would probably send out like an email campaign to those persons, like people who have gone on the website and they sign up to my email list, but they probably didn't purchase anything. I might send out like a sequence of emails, telling them a little bit more of the brand, or I would send stuff out that resonate and like develop the relationship that I already have, the relationship with that customer. Because guys, I always use the term like you have to date your clients, your prospective clients. You have to date them until them give you the goods. Literally, you have to date them. Look at it like that, like you're dating somebody, you're trying to win somebody over. Anytime you post, guys, you have to always think like that so that you can post with purpose. And then for like persons who have already purchased with you, you can capture testimonials from them. When persons buy from you, one of the things that I do, if I haven't heard from them, I'll reach out and say, hey, how was the outfit, Or when somebody buy from me, I'll say, when I send it off and I thank them for ordering or whatever, I'm like, I can't wait to see photos. Make sure that you share photos with me. And what that does is they'll remember that when they wear it and send me photos, and they'll, without me even asking for like a review or a testimonial, they'll send back. Like I got a photo this morning from a client and she's like, oh my God, I got so many compliments. Thank you so much. I can't wait to shop again. Boom. That is a piece of content that I can post that would probably convert persons who are familiar with me, who has not purchased yet, or it can get my current customers who have already purchased from me to buy again. So you have to think about where your clients are in the customer journey and create content to cater to them based on where they are, right? So, and again, when it comes down to targeting, guys, like I said before, like I explained a while ago, you can get so specific. It's not just targeting people who follow you on Instagram. Like for me, I can target specific people who visited my website. I can target people who added stuff to the cart but didn't purchase. I can target people on my email list, like I just said a while ago. You can target people who watched a specific video. Like, so if you had a video that got a lot of views, you can target everybody that watched or liked that video. You can even target like your customers. All right, for example, how I word this? You can target like people who like a particular brand. So you see, like how I was saying, if my customer is somebody who loves luxury product, you can go as specific as targeting people who like to shop luxury brands, if that is and that's why it's so important to know who your target audience or who your ideal customer is, because what it will do, it will help you to create campaigns and content that resonate and convey the value that you have to offer. Like you can bring across your value proposition even better when you know exactly who you are targeting. Now, remember, guys, all of us understand, we know the value what we bring to our customers, and we know how we are different from people out there. It's not enough to just get up, take some picture of your products and post them. It's not enough. You have to do it in a one way where I go target the type of people where you want to buy from you, right? So, a good rule of thumb to follow, right? is when you're creating content, think about like when somebody think about what you want to convey to people or what you want people to see when they see your content. So when people see your content, they should know right away what you're offering, how the value that they get from it. No, it's not enough. So the value that they get from it or how it's gonna benefit them, and then they need to know what to do next, as in how can they book you, or how they can purchase from you, right? So in every piece of content that you're putting out, you should be conveying the value that you're offering, right? Or how it will benefit you for book with me. So yes, like when I look at the lashes, they look beautiful, but probably have other persons who do a beautiful job at lashes, so why should I book with you? And there can be so many different things that make your service nicer. It can be the way that you treat your clients. You can convey that in your content. It can be how beautiful and clean your service space is. It can be so many other little things that can just convert people. Sometimes it's not enough that you are talented, that's amazing, but you have to find other ways to convey the value of the service that you're offering, right? So remember, guys, and I don't know if we probably need to get back into this. I'll probably send back videos in the group after, but the first part of targeting customers is you have to define who they are. You have to be able to define specifically. And when we spoke about alright, so I'm going to try to ignore the messages until after because it's breaking my chain of thought. But you have to define exactly who your customer is. And we spoke about creating a customer avatar when we had done the meeting on target audience. You have to know the age range of your clients, what they value. As I said earlier, what does your client like to do? What do they value? Like, what type of person are they? You have to think that deep. And if a lot of us did this, how sometimes you have some clients that are just very troublesome. If a lot of us spent the time and did this, we wouldn't even attract those type of people. We wouldn't. So guys, you have to get very specific when you're defining who your ideal customer is. And like I said, I'll send a video in the group after. So if you didn't get a chance to come to that meeting, you can kind of refresh yourself with that. The second part now, yes, Dacian?
Yeah, I just wanted to add that as a part of defining your ideal customer, like who this person is, that it's important to say who they are not.
Yes.
So that if you identify any traits, so my ideal customer is not impatient based on
that.
how I produce. So if you are a slow delivering process, if you are focused on quality over like a rush job, then your ideal client is not an impatient person, but they're a client that's committed to process.
Right. So. I love that. I love that point. That's a great way to look at it, actually, to focus on what they're not. Love that. So as I said, the first part of targeting, converting customers, is to define exactly who your customers are. And then the next part now is knowing where your customer is in your sales funnel or your customer journey, knowing exactly where they are. And then the third part is conveying the value that you have to offer to your customers, right? As it relates to content and the type of content that you push out when you're doing ads, so, and a lot of persons have different types or different ways that they break it down, but the most common ones are you have educational content, you have transformational content, and you have user-generated content. So educational content would probably look like sharing something with a customer that they didn't know before using your product or your service, right? So it could be a piece of content where, and I don't know, I keep pulling examples from Abby, but let me use share. It could be that she teaches people that in order for your lashes to last long, you have to shampoo your lashes, like wash them. Or in order for your lash extensions to last long, you can't put mascara on them. So finding cute little ways to convey that type of, like, this is how, or three ways. Why my mouse now work? Yeah, 3 ways to get your lashes lasting longer. And she can put, you shampoo them, don't use oily products like mascara, our next reason. So that would be educational content, right, guys? And then user generated content now. This is when you look at like what your customers are teaching you and others about using your product. So a great example of that would be me taking the review that I got from my customer today, where she said that she felt so beautiful and she got so many compliments, and she's like, I had to give so many people your information. I can take that and turn it into content. Guys, that's a great way to get like social proof, I think is what they call it. So people can see that, hey, people are using her product, and when she buy it and she felt beautiful. And if I post that, I might post it with a photo of the person wearing the product, if I got photos or whatever. And that's a great piece of content that can easily convert people. So that's another type of content that is great for ads, because people want to see, it's good for you to show people the result that other clients get when they book with you, or something that shows how it makes them feel. All of those things, that's a great way to convert clients. And that's why it's good to post like photos of your clients wearing your stuff, or when you do them lashes, or when clients post their nails, stuff like that. People love that. Like, it connects psychologically, and it's a great way to convert. The other type of content now is transformational, right? So you're posting like what wins, or the transformations that your product or your services are like, and how customers feel about where they are now versus where they started. That makes sense? I don't know if that makes sense to you guys. So, and this goes back to, a good way to show this is testimonials. And this depends on the type of service that you offer. Or you can create a scenario, or you can do a reel that kind of shows where your customer was before and where they are now. So like before and after. And you can find creative ways to do stuff like that as well. Like I said, for every business, your funnel is going to look different, right? It's not going to be the same for every single person. But I'm sure based on what I've been explaining, you can connect it to your business and say, oh, okay, this makes sense. Or yeah, that wouldn't work for me, right? So guys, our business needs to always have constant lead generation and sales generation. Lead generation is like, you should always be getting new eyes on your business, always be generating new interest and new quality prospects, not just any prospect, quality prospect, because remember, not everybody is our customer, right? And when you're gathering these new interests, it's very important for you to collect or gather their information until they're ready to buy or book a service from you. So guys, you don't necessarily have to have a website to have an email list. And I preach this all the time. Like from long before I set up an email list, I started collecting my customers' numbers and their emails. You see, text message marketing and email marketing is an amazing tool. So if you haven't started already, guys, find a way to collect everybody email. I know persons like Lashski and Share, you guys have booking sites. Make sure that you're collecting all of those emails and all of those telephone numbers, because you can plug it into an email marketing system or app or service, and you can start sending out emails. That's another, or text messages. I don't have any free text message ones, but MailChimp is free. You have a lot of free email campaign services. Start collecting numbers. Start collecting your customers' numbers and your customers' emails. Especially now in Jamaica, like a lot of persons are getting more and more comfortable with just online and conducting business online. So I have to constantly be moving with the times. So if you have one promotion, or if you just want to send out a message saying thank you to your clients, or you want to update them on something that is new, or anything at all, as long as it's conveying value, email marketing or text message marketing is such an effective way, guys, to just stay in your customer in mind too. Buyers have short-term memory. A very wise lady told me that buyers have short-term memory. So you have to find little ways, but of course, any way you're doing it, always conveying value to connect with your customers. And guys, everything I got digital now. If you haven't already, take it from me. Start collect your emails and your numbers. Right? My website is I've been, how long now I have website? Probably 2 years now. And I'm currently at 750 something email subscribers, and that's not a lot. I feel like I should have more than that. But that's 753 people who have interacted with my business in some way. And you see, here's the beauty of it. You see, once you have something for somebody, like a piece of contact information for somebody, once you have that, you can date them, teach them about you. And you're not going to be overbearing, but date them, teach them about you. Share a tip with them, share a service or a product that you have on special with them. And what that does, guys, is it helps you to get authority in your field. Because guess what? You see, because this person sees you in their email, or they get a occasional text from you every now and then, or if you keep popping up on their feed through ads or whatever, over time is that they get more familiar with you. And remember what I said about buyers having short-term memory. It might not be even them that books it, but probably them hear somebody and say, hey, much more could I find one nice nail tech. And you see, because you always email that person there, or you send a text message, or they constantly seeing you on their feed, you're going to be the first person that comes to their mind. So sometimes it's not even your customer, the person directly that has seen your ad, but they might hear somebody and refer you to them because you're fresh in their mind, right? So guys, again, start collect them email there and them phone number there, because we have to move with the times. And that's an easy and free way, the email way, to market to your clients, right? In a more personal way. And then sales generation now is the process of generating new sales by nurturing those leads and converting quality prospects to dollars, right? So guys, as business people, like, I want all of us to get to a point where, like, the type of stuff that we're talking about, or when we're thinking about, like, at the end of the week when we're reviewing our week, we can say, how many leads did I generate this week, right? And you look and you say, okay, I collected 20 emails this week and 24 numbers, right? Out of those 20 people, did I convert any of those into sales, right? And you have a thing called conversion rate. I should have pulled up how to work it out, but it's basically if you attracted, and you can do this if you run ads, it's a great way. So if you attracted 1,000 people from your ads, just for argument's sake, and also the 1,000, 10 people convert, you work out the percentage of your conversion rate based on that. That's basically what that is, right? And like You need to be asking yourself those questions. How many people did I convert this week? How many leads did I convert this week? And how many people from those leads actually bought? That is how you need to be thinking, guys. That's how you should be thinking. So, guys, in order for us to drive like consistent prospects and sales, one, build out effective marketing campaigns. Make sure you have quality content, right? You see, when you have like quality content, you don't have to create a lot of content, guys. You don't have to. As a matter of fact, a lot of us have some content that is working for us. Trust me, like, if you know, say you have one picture or a lash style, or you have a set share where everybody love for whatever reason. And sometimes it could be a nail set that you probably don't even see where everybody are going to over, but everybody, all of your customer, them love it. Pay attention to what people love and what people are reacting to, and you need to rinse and repeat that. That is what you need to be promoting, right? Sometimes we tend to focus on like the stuff that we are passionate about sometimes and what we love, but we have to pay attention to what is performing well. Look at how your content performs, and you see if you find one content where for whatever reason, like within your organic audience, it just the people them just love it. Sometimes you would even know why it do so well, but hey, it's working. You need to pay attention to those other things, and that is what you need to be running ads on. And if you don't have nothing like that, nothing wrong, we're going to do the little challenge, and a big part of it is content creation, guys. I really hope this opened up your mind to think differently when you are creating content, to think differently when you're pushing stuff out there to your customer. It's not enough for me who is in fashion to just dress up in the something name and pose against one pretty background and say, hey, shop this, or hey, DM to purchase, or hey, click the link in my. That's not enough. When we post like that, yeah, we put it out there and we just left it up to chance for make a sale. And I mean, yeah, that is not to say, yeah, that's not where we're trying to be. We're trying to make money all in our sleep. We're trying to make money even when we have a week or 2 weeks where we don't post anything. Guys, I have friends who are entrepreneurs who have not posted. Like, okay, let me give you one example. Everybody know Ria Imani. I was talking to Ria the other day, and Ria was saying that she hasn't posted on her swim page since last year. I don't remember when. Last year something. And she said, but I've been getting consistent orders just the same. You know how she was able to do that? Ads. And because she has established authority in the marketplace, and that is what ads help you to do. When you ever notice how sometimes on a feed, like I remember when, what's the name of that store? There's a store now that is popular called Lily's Closet. I remember before they were popular, I used to just always be seeing ads from them. Ads. I didn't know the company from anywhere. But what it did is that over time, you become familiar with it. I not buy from them, I not buy from them. But if somebody did for ask me for, no store where I can get a little cute something from, an online store, I'd probably suggest there because I'm always seeing it. So till me end up follow the page and them stuff cute and them have nice content and stuff like that, that would probably be one of the first places to come to my mind. And what they've done by constantly running ads and me continuously seeing them on my feed is that I become familiar with them and comfortable with them, even though I haven't necessarily purchased from them. And eventually that I would have probably converted, right? So guys, marketing, we have to create marketing campaigns and create it in such a way where we convey value to our customers based on where they are in the customer journey. So create a piece of content for customers who are new to your brand, who are just meeting you. Create a piece of content for your customers who are familiar with you, and create another different piece of content for your customers who have already purchased from you, but you probably want them to purchase again. All right? And we can do this by creating ads. Now, make we go down a little bit in our ads. I'm going to talk about some of the strategies that I've used in the past, and some of the strategies that I've used currently, that my colleagues have used currently, that just works. So if you are, let me see who's in here. Come on, give examples based on who is here. So I see Rihanna. So Rihanna owns a business called Chic and Trendy, and they sell a wide variety of like some really nice clothing, right? I personally have her in my head as a place I would go to get some really nice corporate outfits, or like a really nice conservative outfit. So she have a wide variety, but when I think of her store, I think of that type of store. So one strategy that has worked for someone who I know who has a similar business is that what she'll do is when she posts, say she posts new stock, right? She drop her new stock, and out of the new stock, you have 2 items where a lot of people like. It's performing well with her organic audience, right? What she will do is she will run an ad on that is doing really, really well. She boosts that post on Instagram, and she doesn't put it for any specific time. Sometimes I think Instagram now has a thing where you can run the ad until you pause it, or she'll say I'm gonna run it for a month. So she put a long time period. So the budget might be big, but what she does is she run it until it sells out. When it sells out, she pause it, find one next piece of content where perform well, run that again, and she just repeat. And what that does is it enables her to be constantly running ads. So what happens is that her business is gonna grow because she always run ads. So that means that she always in front of people. She's always getting leads, new interests, right? So her audience is growing. Our stock a sell out. I remember say as one something sell out, she'll run a next ad again. Sometimes she'll have several ads running at one time. But the effect of it is that things are selling out, her audience is growing, new leads are coming to her business. It's like that girl don't have hand for respond to people. She don't have hand for respond to people. I know people that know that I know her will ask me sometimes, can I message her please? Because by every time I message, it sell out. And she literally just like, so she just posted something 7 or 8 o'clock this morning, I message her at 9 o'clock and everything done. Like, these are people asking me if I can reach out to her to get the stuff for them, because they're thinking that maybe she take a while to get to their message, and by the time it get to their message, it sells out. It sells out, and it's ads guys, ads she use and get her business to there. So her business is monetized. All she has to do is feed it, right? Feed it. She has a repeatable process that works for her, and she finds it work, and she just rinse and repeat. She gone now, like she's gone for 2 weeks, and she can leave. She don't have to be doing the most in her business, and it's still making money. That is the point that I want all of us to get to, and we can do that by properly and effectively utilizing ads. Now, for some of us, it might be easier than some. So I think for persons who, it depends on your product offering and your price point and all of that, but nonetheless, all of we have to have quality content. Now guys, it's best to run your ads from the Facebook ads manager. You can boost it on Instagram too, because just as Abby gave her example earlier, and the person I was just talking, the two persons I referred to, they boost it on Instagram. But the wonderful thing about the Facebook Ads Manager is that it enables you to get very specific, very specific. So, for example, if me sell engagement ring, right? To how specific Facebook ads be, I can go in there and target people who, no, not engagement ring. Just say I sell jewelry, like fine jewelry, right? I sell fine jewelry. You can get so specific on Facebook ads that you can go in there and target people who have an anniversary in the next 2 weeks. When I ever wonder, oh, sometime when I dep on Instagram and the stuff when I wonder if, like where I say, no man, Instagram or Google listen to me. Why this ad popping up on my phone? Anybody ever notice that? Like I was just talking about this. Sometimes you would think I talk about something, or you will think that, no man, how they know that? Like you just see something pop up and you wonder, this is too coincidental. It's not a coincidence. People are targeting you. Because remember, guys, we plug a lot of our information into Facebook. Instagram knows a lot about us. Facebook knows a lot about us. Facebook a little bit more detailed still. That's why people really rave about Facebook ads, because of how specific it can get. But sometimes, yeah, the phone now listen to you. People is targeting you. People are targeting you. I target people, the ads them way, especially if it's an ad you see. Like if you see a sponsored post, it is showing you, because based on the information that you shared with Facebook or Instagram, it knows that you have this need. So if somebody got in and be very specific, like send this out to people who have a birthday coming up, and you see some cute something where you can get for gift, or you see one nice place where you can go celebrate your birthday, is the people them targeting people who have birthdays coming up, or anniversaries coming up, or some special event coming up. And that is how specific you can get, and it will enable the chance of you converting your customers. So if you don't have the Facebook Ads Manager set up, you need to do it. I'm going to post a video in the group after this teaching you guys how to set it up properly and how to run the ads properly using the Facebook Ads Manager. You can still boost on Instagram. It's a great way for you to get new eyes on your business. But the good thing with the Facebook Ads Manager is that it can send the ad out to both Facebook and Instagram. Guys, there are like over, I don't remember how much million people on there. So all our customers depend on Facebook and Instagram. And if we're only focusing on Instagram, I don't use Facebook a lot, but I would use the ads manager to target people. So the next thing too is that your ads perform better when you don't run it from a mobile device. That's another thing too. So if you have a laptop, when you're running your ads, run it from the ads manager on your laptop. Don't run it from a mobile device. If you don't have a choice, then that's fine. But it limits the people that it sends the ads out to when you do it from your phone. Right? So that's another tip. Now I want to talk a little bit about the challenge. But guys, the base of this all is that if you want to grow your business, you need a lot of traffic, whole heap of traffic. And you can't just rely on good fortune and just praying and hoping that, people are going to find me, my customer them are going to tell other people about me, and I'm going to go, no. If you want to grow, and if you're going to be intentional about growing, you need a lot of traffic in order to grow. And the more people that see you, the higher the chances, or the more people that see your business and get to know your business and get familiar with your business, the higher the chance of you getting more sales. Right? I didn't hear something outside a while ago. Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to talk a little bit about the challenge. All right, so this challenge, so the aim of the challenge, guys, is, and I hope everybody in here has gone through it already, but it's basically to develop a strategy that we can rinse and repeat. And the best way to do this, guys, is to actually try, do it, look at your analytics to see what worked and what did it, and then use that to fine-tune and set your strategy, right? With ads, guys, as I was saying before, you're able to establish authority in whatever area you're in, because when people constantly see you, it's gonna breed familiarity, right? And I want with this challenge I want to challenge all of us to create more quality content. Now, guys, if you know you need to sharpen up in certain areas of your business, do it. One of the things, especially in my industry especially, I think one of the issues that a lot of designers face is that a lot of them aren't open to criticism, right? And a lot of them just feel like they're good where they're at and they don't need to improve and da 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 da. I think one of the reasons why I've been able to grow so much and to reap so much success is because I'm constantly trying to find ways to become better in different areas of my business. Like, me love when people are more experienced than me look and say, okay, you can do this better, do that better, do this better. And I love to look at businesses that are like far ahead of mine, or who are where I'd like to see myself in a couple years, and I try to look at how they do things and try to adopt some of the principles and the practices that they use in their business and try to apply it to mine as best as I can. So, guys, before you do that challenge here, be honest with yourself, look at your business, see what you can fix up. If your Instagram want to clean up, if your buyer want to clean up, you want, when you attract the new people, them, what they're looking at is carefully and beautifully crafted, right? We have to take this thing, we have to take our business them serious, guys. You can't just fling anything on your social media, because listen, it's very competitive out there and people are creating like amazing content. So you have to get yourself up to that level. And I know a lot of persons might not have or think that they have the resources, but guys, you can use what you have and create great, like amazing quality content, right? You don't have to have the latest phone, you don't have to have any of that. Sometimes all you need is good natural light. You set up a nice little area and you do what you're doing. So we spoke about all of this already in the presentation. I went a little bit deeper into all of these, but we can strategize to monetize with ads by generating new business, replacing our effort, so money I make even when we not work, and retargeting our current audience. So the challenge has 3 different phases. So guys, by February 28th, I want us all to come to just plan out our content, our strategy. Remember, we spoke about meeting our customers based on where they are in the journey, right? So I want you guys to create 3 pieces of content, and you can create more. I said 3, right? That can get eyes on your business, right? Remember, we spoke about the 3 different areas. Don't know if you in the customer journey. So people who aren't that familiar with you, they're just getting to know the brand. People who are familiar, and persons who have already purchased from you. So you're going to create 3 different types of content, right? Look for inspiration if you need to, and you need to think of ways to convey your value proposition through your content. So you're gonna strategize and plan out your content, right? And you need to do that by February 28th. So phase 2, the deadline is March 7th. By March 7th, you need to have your content created, your copy for whatever ads you're gonna run needs to be created. So you're going to plan out everything to the T, because you would have looked for your inspiration already. So whatever you need to get, whatever you need to curate from your closet or whatever you have, right? You're gonna do that. You're gonna create the content, shoot it, and we're gonna create our ads. Now, I want everybody to run the ad through the Facebook Ads Manager, but if not, you can run it on Instagram, right? And guys, let me teach you something that I learned from research. You see how, well, and I used to do this. You see, when you just run ads for like 5 or 6 days and then stop it, you don't get the best results from ads. You have to run it over a long period of time. If you have to lessen the per day budget, do that. But I want you guys to try it for this challenge, and you're going to be amazed to see the results that you yield. Don't stop the ad after 5 or 6 days. You see, especially like